not one, but two huge franchises announced their sequels today. The first being Call of Duty Black Ops 4 from Treyarch and Activision, and the other, The Division 2 from Massive Entertainment and Ubisoft. Let's talk about everything surrounding these two announcements. What is going on, guys? Randall Thor 19, the man with the million, back again with another video. Hope everybody's having a great Thursday. And if you missed it, check out the Xbox 2 podcast we did yesterday with myself and Jess Corden. We talked about the State of Decay 2 pricing, release date, and the rumor about Hellblade coming to Xbox. Pretty good show. Check it out. Man, what a day. A random Thursday, March 8th, and two huge games were announced, and I want to talk about Black Ops 4 first. Now, it was no surprise that Treyarch was working on Black Ops 4. I mean, what do you expect? Black Ops is like one of the most popular, if not the most popular series in Call of Duty. It's like a subset, similar to like Modern Warfare. So whenever Treyarch's on the docket for the year, considering this was their year, you knew it was going to be Black Ops 4. So they had a little teaser trailer with the tagline, "Forget everything you know." And Black Ops 4 is going to have a reveal event where they talk more about the game and show it off on May 17th. They didn't talk anything about the campaign, the multiplayer, or any other modes that were revealed at all in this announcement. And they did say it will be releasing for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. No mention of a Nintendo Switch version, which maybe they announced it during the Nintendo Direct, but that was the rumor put out that by that Marcus Sellers guy. You know, the one who doesn't really know what he's talking about, just makes rumors up as he goes. So I guess tune into the Nintendo Direct to see if Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is coming to the Switch, but as of now, doesn't really seem like it. The pre-order pages are already live on Amazon for all three versions, so you can go check that out and pre-order already if you want. Looks like it's set in the year 2020, and they say it's going to tone down the sci-fi elements and kind of go back to a more boots-on-the-ground feeling as a response to the reception of Infinite Warfare in 2016. Now, we already know what happened with Call of Duty World War II. They listened to the fans, gave them what they wanted, a return to the winning formula of Call of Duty, and they were rewarded with one of the best-selling Call of Duties in the last 6 years. So it's going to see how Black Ops 4 kind of reins in the more like sci-fi elements and jetpacks and stuff that the previous ones had. But the interesting thing about this isn't, you know, that they're revealing it on the 17th, isn't that there's no Switch version announced yet, you know, isn't that they're toning down the sci-fi. To me, it's the release date. We actually got the release date today, and it's a head-scratcher. The global launch for Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is October 12th. And that got me thinking, man. It really got me thinking, because Call of Duty has been a staple for November releases for like the past 10 years. You could set your clock by, you know, Call of Duty releasing in November. It was just one of those things that always happened. It's like the biggest game of the year, and it always came out like first week or second week of November. But here we have it launching October 12th, almost a full month before any other Call of Duty's launched. And it makes you wonder, like, what is going on? Not only why did it move, like what are the reasons for it moving early October, but what ramifications will it have on other games scheduled to come out at that point in time? Now, the obvious answer is that, oh boy, Activision and Treyarch, they are terrified of Red Dead Redemption 2. And maybe there's some truth in that. I mean, Red Dead Redemption 2 was supposed to come out this spring, sometime between April, May, and June. And then it got delayed. It got delayed to the end of the year, and it got an official release date of October 26th, which would fall right the week before Call of Duty is usually scheduled to release. And, you know, Red Dead's going to have this long, epic, you know, campaign. But not only that, it's going to have a full suite of multiplayer features. I mean, I talked about that in previous videos. The rumors are that it has a Battle Royale mode, among other different types of multiplayer modes. And you know it's going to sell millions and millions and millions of copies day one, and it's going to keep its player base, you know, playing through the campaign and the multiplayer for the weeks to come. Maybe Activision and Treyarch thought that it would take away from some of the sales and engagement that they normally see for Call of Duty. So to get out from underneath the shadow, so to speak, of Rockstar and Red Dead 2, they decided to push the release date ahead of it. So now you come out before Red Dead 2. Interesting strategy. But then you kind of think about, well, wait a minute here. What does that mean for the other games coming out at this point? What does it mean specifically for like Battlefield 5? Because Battlefield 5, which we know there's a Battlefield game coming, we don't know what it is, but the rumors suggest it's Battlefield 5, which is a game that they're taking Battlefield back to World War II. Now, October, which is when they kind of said it would come out, doesn't really look like a good release window, because you're going to have Call of Duty on the 12th, Red Dead Redemption 2 on the 26th. I don't think if you're Battlefield, you want to release in between those two. You don't want to be sandwiched between Call of Duty and Red Dead 2. Because I'm thinking you're drawing parallels to the situation that happened with Titanfall 2 2 years ago. Titanfall 2 launched in between Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, and it got destroyed. And I'm sure EA doesn't want the same thing to happen to Battlefield. They're going to be sandwiched in between two monsters. So what does Battlefield do? Stick to their guns, come out in October, and not do as well? Or do you move Battlefield 5 into mid-November, a couple weeks after Red Dead? Or do you even shift Battlefield 5 even earlier? Do you go like first week of October? Do you go late September? So like this move of Call of Duty going from the usual spot of November to early October not only screws over kind of Battlefield 5 and makes them have to change, but it screws over like every other publisher and developer that is thinking about releasing a game in October, because that's basically a dead month for anybody else besides Activision and Red Dead. So now it's like publishers and developers are looking at like, man, we need to either delay the game to November, or we need to go earlier, or just delay it to the beginning of next year. So a lot of ramifications from Call of Duty, in my opinion, moving from November to October. So that is the Call of Duty stuff. Look for the full reveal of the game on May 17th. The other news today, the other big game that was announced, was Tom Clancy's The Division 2 by Ubisoft and Massive Entertainment. And it kind of just came out of nowhere as well. They even have a press release, which is, I'm going to read some of it here. They said, today will be an important announcement for the developmental team of Tom Clancy's The Division. The past few years have been incredible for the team here at Massive. We started working on The Division. It was immediately clear to us that we had something very special and something we really wanted to do right from the start, but we also knew that we would not be able to achieve this ambitious goal without help. Since the release of The Division 2 years ago, we have remained true to this philosophy. However, when we released our game in 2016, it was clear to us that the opening chapter of a much bigger saga, so we're excited to share more with you today about what awaits you in the Division universe next. We are very pleased to announce that we are currently working on Tom Clancy's Division 2. The development is led by Massive Entertainment and driven by close collaboration with Ubisoft Annecy, Red Storm, Reflections, Ubisoft Bucharest, and Ubisoft Shanghai. The Division 2 will be based on an updated version of the Snowdrop engine that will help us realize our ambitions for this title. More importantly, we can also invest all the experience we've accumulated over the past 2 years in the sequel to make sure everything is going well. You know, Division was a game that I greatly enjoyed when I played it when it came out 2 years ago. But when you hit that final kind of end game, it kind of fell apart, and I never really revisited after that. There was problems that Massive had, supporting the game. But from all accounts, 2 years later, The Division is actually a really solid title. So I'm really kind of interested to see how they make more improvements to Division 2 to make it even better. And Ubisoft is, their track record lately is extremely, extremely good. The games they've been putting out, like For Honor was a huge hit. They say they have 1 million players a month. Rainbow Six Siege is continuously growing, and that game's 3 years old at this point. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon was one of the best-selling games of last year. Far Cry 5 is like poised to be one of the best-selling games of this year. They just seem to have hit after hit. So it's going to be interesting to see how they take all the things they learned about the Division 2, all the bad things, and all the good things that they did to fix it, and then try to make the Division 2 at launch a great game. But that's not all they also announced. So fans of the Xbox One X, you want to hear this next part. They said, but that's not all. The Division continues. After the celebrations of our 2nd anniversary, we will support the game with 2 more title updates. There will be 2 brand new global events, including more legendary difficulty missions, and an Xbox One X update that will rediscover the beautiful and emblematic New York City with all its stunning details in both 4K and 1080p. So there you go. The Division will be getting its Xbox One X patch soon enough, and you can play it in 4K, and they said 1080p. In addition, June 2018, players will be able to play crests, which are specific achievements that will allow you to unlock Division 2 rewards. And they have a full reveal plan for the Division 2 at E3 in June. So I'm guessing Division 2 probably is scheduled for release early next year. March 2019 would be 3 years. Or maybe that's too early. Maybe it's a March 2020 game. Who knows? Either way, confirmation that not only Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is coming, but the Division 2 is on its way as well. So I know a lot of fans are pretty happy about that, and fans of the Xbox One X are going to be excited about the Division patch to bring the game to 4K, because that was a pretty good-looking game. I really enjoyed kind of roaming the deserted streets of New York City. That game had atmosphere like none other. So pretty cool information today. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. Are you excited for either game? Are you kind of curious as me as to why Call of Duty is now coming out in October? Will you replay the Division 1 in 4K when the X patch comes? Let me know what you think about all this stuff in the comments below. And as always, if you liked the video, hit that like button to show your support for the channel. Share this out on social media. Hit the subscribe button so you if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you're notified when I drop new content. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see everybody in the next video.